Hey writers, are you building a fantasy world and wondering where to start? Do you have too many ideas but no idea how to organise them? I've been there, and in this video I'm going to walk you through how to build a fantasy world from scratch without getting overwhelmed, stuck or falling down a rabbit hole of map making for the next 6 months. I'm Georgiana Kent, a fantasy author and world building nerd, and I help authors like you bring magical worlds to life. First things first, don't start with everything. Start with a big 3. Number 1, the world problem. What's wrong with your world? Is there a war, a prophecy, a magical imbalance? The world's central tension should shape everything else. For example, my Soul Dominion series, demons, called our souls, are killing people, taking their souls, building up their armies in preparation for war. But there's no proof. They're covering their tracks. My MMC knows something is wrong, but he hasn't got any evidence to convince the leading elite, so they don't take him seriously. So ask yourself, what's wrong with your world, and how does that shape the story you're telling? 2. Who holds power? Is it kings, a corrupt guild, a god behind the curtain? Power shapes culture, conflict, characters, and plot. And then 3. What makes this world unique? Is it your magic system? Is it a world inside a tree? Are there floating cities? For example, in my current writing project, a romantasy called Of Masks and Iron, my FMC is a dark elf assassin from a mountainous region at war with her neighbours over a failed alliance. She's also out for revenge on the race that killed her family. She's an assassin, she's bloodthirsty, she kills without mercy, so we're led to believe that she and her country are at fault, but then we learn that's not the case. History's been rewritten to make her country out to be the bad guys. But she's still a morally grey lead who will happily slice off heads, serve them on plates. And so she creates a unique POV to the story. Plus it's set in a Dragon Rider Academy with forbidden romance, so we're all set for a good time. But what's your standout feature? Choose one and build around that. And then, once you've got all these 3 things sorted, your world will be anchored, and they'll help you avoid getting lost in irrelevant scenes and subplots, helping your story's pace and emotional drive. Here's the trick. World building doesn't happen all at once. It shouldn't happen all at once. That would be boring for the writer, but more importantly, the reader. I use a layering method. It's a bit like painting. So layer 1 is your foundation layer. It's where you introduce the big picture. Magic, politics, geography, but with just enough detail to interest your reader and not bore them. And then layer 2 is the culture, the daily life of your characters, the festivals, the food they enjoy. And then layer 3 is the personal layer, how your MC fits in it all. This will stop you from info dumping 17 pages of ancient history and helps you write a character-driven story set in a magical world that you've created, and not a story about the world. And then we come to organising your ideas. You don't need 12 notebooks and 30 Pinterest boards and endless post-it notes to be organised. Help yourself and keep it simple. I use what I call a fantasy world Bible. It's a digital guide I print out and where I store my maps and my timelines, my notes on culture, power structures and mythical creatures. It's also where I note down character appearances like eye colour. Simple things like that, plus their personality traits, their strengths and their weaknesses, their motivations and goals. It's where I keep all descriptions of magical items and spells, and in the case of my romantasy of Masks and Iron, notes on Orvalith, the language of my dark elves. Everything's in one place. I can refer to it as I write, and more importantly, I can update it as I write too. Watch out for these common world building traps. Trap 1. Everything needs a backstory. No, it doesn't. Only build what your story will actually use. Trap 2. I have to be original. All stories echo each other. Focus on the execution, not on reinventing the wheel. Trap 3. I need to do it all now. No, build as you go. You can world build while you write because world building should support your story. It shouldn't stall it. So to wrap up, start with your big 3, build in your layers, stay organised and avoid the traps. You can build a brilliant immersive world one step at a time. And if you want a shortcut to organise your ideas and avoid overwhelm, check out my Fantasy World Bible. It's a digital tool I've created to help authors like you map out your world with clarity and ease. It's linked below and only costs £3. Thank you so much for watching, and if this helped you, please hit the like button and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what fantasy world building question you want me to cover next. Happy writing!